Hello, welcome. This is the newspaper review right here on Top TV. And like we do it every other day, we're back on the streets here in the city of Port Harcourt, River State, and you are very much welcome to join us as we take the newspaper headlines from the streets of Port Harcourt, and we take, of course, our commentaries, and we speak to people right here on the street and what their opinions are of as regards these headlines. And of course, that's what we do here on Top TV every other day. And we're excited to have you join us once again this very beautiful Monday, being the 12th day in the month of February 2024. Yes, you agree with me that the month is far gone and a lot has happened. I would say that what a weekend in a little bit of a low way, because of course over the weekend Super Eagles played the finals of the AFCON match, and you know what the results were. We didn't get to win the cup, but of course we came second. Also, we lost a very important personality, an illustrious son of River State, Wigwe, the CEO of Access Bank, and that was a really big, huge loss, not just to Rivers people, but also to the entire nation. So yeah, that's why I said what a weekend in a very low way, not in a very positive light. But then of course, we are back on the street to get the views of people on the streets of Port Harcourt. So let's do what we do here every other day. Let's get to the newspapers. And don't forget, my name is William Sabule, and I'll get to you in a very short while. Welcome back from that quick break. All right, right here with me, I have the national dailies for today, the 12th day in the month of February. And we're just going to quickly run through the headlines on these papers and let's see what they look like for today. All right, I'll start with the Punch newspaper. And right here on the Punch, we see above the masthead there, it says, Eagles clinch silver as Cote d'Ivoire win AFCON. Eagles saved worst performance for final match. Fans, all right, and you get the details of that story on page 31 of the Punch newspaper. We also see right beside it there, it says Nigeria facing worsening economic crisis, says IMF. All right, we move to the main headline. It says, Heartbroken, Nigerians mourn Whiz-Kid, Wigwe. Friends, well-wishers recall late CEO's life and times. Nigeria may demand report as US probes crash. He was unlike other Nigerian big men, says mentee. Wigwe exit of a banking Whiz-Kid. Tinubu, Abiodun, family, friends mourn stock exchange giant Ogunbanjo. Well, just like I told you at the beginning of the show, it was quite a huge loss on Saturday morning, afternoon when this news broke, and a lot of people were thrown into mourning, the entire nation at large. It was a very sad one that we had to lose such a prominent Nigerian, such a resourceful Nigerian, especially in River State. A lot of people are really mourning that big loss. We also see on the Punch, Discos overcharged 7.1 million customers in 9 months. Federal government speaking there. We also see here, GO Transport confirms driver killed in gunman attack. Page 5 is where you get full details of that story. Nigeria to become food exporter through mechanized farming. Tinubu. All right, that's all the headline we'll be taking on the Punch newspaper. Let's get on to our next paper for the day, and that will be the Vanguard. And we'll get into the headlines here on the Vanguard for today, the 12th day in the month of February. On the Vanguard here, we'll see headline from the top. It says, Edo will save Nigeria's $40 billion spent on medical tourism, Obaseki. And page 10 is where you will get details of that story. We also see rain, wintry weather caused the crash. US as Tinubu, Obi, Otedola, Nigerian Stock Exchange, Access Bank, others mourn Wigwe, Ogunbanjo. All right, page 12 is where the details of that story is. Also, besides that, we see AFCON final. Elephants are champions of Africa. Beat Super Eagles 2 goals to 1. And page 39 is where that detail is. We move on to the main headline here on the Vanguard. It says, higher prices boom as businesses rely more on loans to survive. Borrowing from banks rises 52% 1.83 trillion naira. Also, interest payment rises 332.3% to 589.62 billion naira. And page 27 is where you get details of all of that story. We see at the bottom here, still on the Vanguard, it says Edo Guba, Benin Chief, Ikimi, Senators, NLC Chairman, emerge PDP delegates, LP aspirants form alliance to secure ticket. At the very bottom there, we'll take these headlines still on the Vanguard. Enugu government clears air on plan to establish Ruga settlement. So yeah, pick up a copy of the Vanguard to get the full details of those stories. And we'll take our last paper for the day, and that will be the Nation's newspaper. All right, and on the Nation's here, we see Auditor General, how MDAs circumvent constitution, regulations. All right, unapproved billions spent. All right, that story you find on page 3 of the Nation's newspaper. It said, Wigwe, why it happened. President, governors, business leaders mourn. Eagles settle for AFCON silver. Cote d'Ivoire 2-1. Ekong is tournament MVP. All right, all of that details you get on page 2 and page 4 of the Nation's newspaper. Move on to the main headline here. You see this very interesting picture on the front part of the Nation's newspaper, and it says Ondo APC, Jimo Ibrahim gets rousing welcome, leading aspirant consolidates, takes the renewed hope message to the grassroots at Irele LG Awards. All right, that's all the headlines on the Nation's newspaper. All right, we're going to get into our conversations now. If you're watching, just know that you're also part of this conversation. So go ahead and drop your comments while we speak to people right here on the streets of Port Harcourt. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So we are still talking to people here on the streets as regards today's headline. And I have this fine gentleman with me here. And he wants to speak to us on one of the headlines on the Punch newspaper today. So, sir, which of the headlines are you taking on today? I'm Chief Nkemka Obonda. I'm one of the bankers of Access Diamond Bank. Well, it's unfortunate, the MD or the director of Access Bank is late. It's very painful. It's very devastating with the customers because if someone, was it on Monday this week? Last week, he came to his community, the flag of the university. Yeah. He assured the people from there that he's going to give them employment and they train their children. It's very, very pathetic. It's touching. It's something that we, from this side of the country, have seen someone who will elevate us. We better the economy, better the education aspect of it. But God knows the best. You are not the best. All right. So, looking at the papers, we also have the loss of the Super Eagles there. What's your opinion as regards the match? I'm a football fanatic. It's equally touching. They tried to fall from the one to the final. It's not easy. They try, but man being what you are. They have your energy exhausted, power exhausted. They cannot cope up with it. But unfortunately, the coach did not do what he's supposed to do. Those he kept in the bench, he could have used them to fortify, continue using. Then, well, we give glory to God. He tried. Glory be to God in Jesus' name. So, would you say you were disappointed when they lost? As in, what were your expectations before the match? Well, my expectation before the match is that from the trend of events, they have been doing fine. From the day one to the final, they have been doing fine. Game of football, either A will win or B will win, this way or this way. Where they tried, we cannot kill ourselves. Glory be to God. I thank God. I thank Jesus. In Jesus' name. All right, interesting. Thank you so much. All right, welcome back. We're still here on the streets of Port Harcourt, and we're taking commentaries from people here on the streets. And I have this young man here with me, and he wants to talk to us about the Eagles clean silver as Cote d'Ivoire win AFCON. Eagles saved worst performance for final match. Do you agree that the Super Eagles performance yesterday at the finals of the AFCON was a terrible performance? Do you agree?
No. I cannot be agree because they are everybody and they try their best. We really praise them. But what goes around comes around. I wish them more stronger. They are not the only loser. As a football fans, you can lose, you can gain. That's how life goes.
Before the match yesterday, what was your expectation?
My expectation is all about games. One lose, one game, one move. So when you have that one, we are happy. But at the end of the day, we saw how it goes. So we give glory to God.
I've listened to a lot of people and they say that the Super Eagles did not put the level of energy that was expected of them because it was a final game, and one would think that they have a chance to win, but they threw it away. They didn't put that kind of fight that the Ivorians put out. Do you agree?
I cannot agree on that because of determination of a woman doesn't rely on the football. But whenever they come in a football pitch, you think what your fellow partner will do before any other movement. But for someone to say they did not put in stress or put in seriousness, they put seriousness from the they want the end. So there's nothing like seriousness or no seriousness. That was what to happen. The game doesn't belong to them. Only God knows who owns the winner. So that's how life goes. So don't blame Super Eagle, and Super Eagle cannot blame anybody. We love them much, and it's our people.
Thank you so much for your time. All right, we're still taking commentaries on the streets of Port Harcourt here as regards the headlines today. I have this fine gentleman with me, Uche by name, and he says he wants to talk about the Super Eagles' performance at the AFCON final yesterday. All right, Uche, what was your expectations before the match yesterday?
Although yesterday, all my belief and my thought was that they are going to win. But I was very surprised that they couldn't even possess the ball, talk less of scoring a credible goal.
What do you think happened?
It's because of the Super Eagle was overlast. They are lazy. Both their wings are not functioning. The midfield is very weak. Understand me? So there is no activeness in their system. They feel relaxed. It's like there's nobody that came out and say, "Oh, you boys can do this. Do it. We did it in 2013, and now we can do it again." No motivation at all. They feel that they have won the game already before they enter into the game. So for me, I feel like they are over, as in the confidence. They have too much confidence that already they have won the tournament.
Yeah, I would like you to talk about the performance level of the Ivorians as compared to that of the Super Eagles. What were
their performance? Ivory Coast. They are determined that they want to win the trophy. That was from the first stage, from the beginning of the match. They determined that they want to win the match, and they have this goal that they can do it. Both of them work as a team. They train over, even when they are losing 1-0 down. They didn't have a kind of a doubt that maybe they have lost. They still believe that they maybe can do it. Even telling the Super Eagles that here is their home, that they can do it, and definitely they did it. Understand me? So I'm happy for them because it shows motivations, determinations. Understand me? When you determine that you want to do this particular thing, you work towards it, you will achieve it at the end. So
I'm coming as a second place winner of the competition, that is the Super Eagles. Do you think they did well?
For me, yes, they tried. It's a competition. Yeah. Everybody that came for that competition expect to win one thing. But my own intention, my own as in anger is because these people come out as a best loser for the same that group that Nigeria came out as a first, and now they have claimed the listing. So I am not happy about it. But what can we do? It is the nature of a game. It's either you lose or you win.
Right, thank you so much for your time. All right, thank you very much for staying with us right here on Top TV. This has been the newspaper review, and of course, you also have your chance to drop your commentaries and your reactions on the comment section. We'd love to know what your own opinion is. You've heard from the people here on the street, and you've also listened to some interesting headlines on the news. newspapers today. So what are your opinions as regards these headlines? Please drop it on the comment section. And also follow us on our social media handles. On Facebook is Tab TV, on Instagram is Tab TV, and of course on X, also known as Twitter, is Tab TV_NG. So follow us on all of these platforms. Let's hear what you think about this headline. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification to get notified whenever we come up with new episodes of the newspaper review and all other interesting programs lined up here on Tab TV. All right, till next time I come your way again, have a beautiful Monday.